In our previous episode, we encountered old friends, explored the crate of the Deathwing's dick left behind, and brought peace to the land of Darkshore. And now we find ourselves in the Azuremyst Isle. This idyllic island located off the coast of Kalimdor is a serene, untouched landscape, featuring exotic wildlife, pristine views, and what the fuck is that? So yeah, that's what this place was until these assholes showed up, crashing a literal spaceship into the island and fucking the ecosystem completely. These space immigrants, known as Draenei, have taken up residence here, being fucked once by the Burning Legion and fleeing their homeworld of Argus, and then doing the same again after they got fucked by the Burning Legion Orc Edition, where they were used to power the Dark Portal. Literally. So our journey in this zone begins in the Ammon Veil, helping the survivors of the crash and offering aid where it's needed most, by gathering plants. Oddly similar to Shadowglen, just without the dick-biting spiders. These similarities were then further confirmed when we head into a lake that had been corrupting the nearby wildlife, some sort of red crystal puffing out smoke like a fucking chimney. When returned to this sexy space goat, she takes a hit and started babbling incoherent nonsense. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say... Elmeth Part 3? Now at this point, I was considering anything to be within proximity of the Night Elf land to have a rampant drug problem. The effects here were, after all, fairly similar to the ones before. The wildlife went apeshit, plants starting eating people, and what the fuck happened over there? Anyway, after culling some of the corrupted wildlife, we head over and find this lonely gooner who was attempting to scout out some of these tourists, and then proceeded to get stabbed in the ass after snapping one too many pictures. Now, according to him, these individuals were using some sort of blood-addled jizz laser to taint the spaceship pieces that flew everywhere to make sure everyone and everything goes batshit crazy. Being a druid, I say fuck that. So we execute Order 86 and Rambo the shit out of them. After heading back, the remaining Space Goat people then directed me to their nearby settlement up the road. On the way there, we met this piece of local talent who asked me if I could help her gather some fish. Because apparently even being in a survival situation is enough of an excuse to be fucking lazy. Anyway, we get the fish and head into this ramshackle shithole, and start assisting the locals in any way we can. We kill some deer, gather more plants. Okay, seriously, why are there so many quests in this game that just involve picking fucking flowers? I swear it's every zone. Regardless, after helping them get settled in, we're then directed down south where some members of the Alliance have apparently got their ship fucked in a storm and are currently marooned here. We help secure the beachhead and are then directed to this fun-sized dwarf who needs to get his navigating tools back. So, while we scour the beachhead from his misplaced goods, we learn that the little shit has been involved in some shenanigans, and is actually most likely the reason the ship was marooned in the first place. Now, instead of confronting the little backstabbing shit shoveler, the captain of the ship decided to engage in some corporate espionage. In order to fool our little friend most convincingly, we set about gathering some leaves and other bits of foliage to create the perfect disguise, and then we head over to the aforementioned secret meeting location. As we head there, we don the disguise and... Okay, really, what sort of dumbass is going to believe that a random tree just decided to grow on a fucking beach? Also, look at this thing. I might as well just have a sign on my head that just reads free ass here. For reasons unknown to mankind, Tweedledee and Tweedledumshit over there don't notice a fucking thing, and we head back to the captain and report the surprising success of our mission. After this, he promptly sends me to kill the gnome, and as a horde main, I say fuck yes. The gnome here goes on about some rant about some guy and whatever, but I didn't really care, so I just barbecued his ass. After restoring order to the ship, we're told to head back to the Draenei village and help them with another matter. One of the local furries has apparently taken a liking to the goat people and stuck his fucking thing in the ground. I'm then given a book on how to speak furry, and on my way I go to find more of these strange totems. Now, here is where you can tell the difference in game design from 2006 to modern day. They literally make you traverse half this fucking zone without a mount in order to find these goddamn sticks, just to end up at the top of the map. The old world really knew how to make you waste your time in the best of ways. Anyway, after the sojourn around the entire zip code, we arrive at the Furry Stronghold and I am told I'm some sort of chosen one. My immediate answer was no fuck off, I'm out, but in the spirit of the challenge, we press on, completing the few odd jobs that the furries had, like retrieving this guy's ass hair from a murloc, kill more deer, and then whatever the fuck these things are supposed to be. After all of this, we then go on to liberate the cavern these furries called home and find, yet again, there's a big red crystal causing all of these problems. Oh, there was this big demon dog thing too. Apparently it was some sort of legendary creature, but I just roasted the fucking thing. Now, on to the rare mobs, or mob in this case. There's actually only one rare spawn in all of Azuremyst. This guy. This rare is a complete asshole to find because it's always in stealth and spawns quite literally everywhere in the fucking zone. Also, as we mentioned old game design earlier, it shines through here really well. Also, to add insult to injury, the quest rewards you get from the item this guy drops are still class locked, meaning you'll receive a piece of gear depending on the armor type your class uses. So along with the mask that I got on the first kill, I had to make 2 other characters and farm this asshole 2 more times to get all of the items from the quest. Then, after catching the few battle pets I needed in this zone, which was surprisingly easy compared to the other ones, that wraps up the zone. Honestly, beside the fact you can't fly here, this was a pretty easy one. We'll be heading to Bloodmist Isle next, so I'll see you all in the next video. Catch you later.